What is up, everybody? TwoTenEast here, and we made it, guys. We are here at the end of Season 3, and I just want to once again thank everybody who's come along for the ride, whether you started watching during Season 1, during Season 2, during Season 3, or even just this video right now. It's been a blast, and I really had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. So with that all being said, let's get into these final 2 episodes. Okay, so we start with a bunch of small scenes. Dongmi dances with Nushin in front of Ami, and Ami doesn't really care though, she just kind of laughs it off. So then, of course, we're still trying to figure out if Siyun is pregnant, and she obviously thinks that she might be, and she's looking up how soon she can take a pregnancy test. And of course, she has not told anybody about this yet, not even her new hubby. There's also a quick scene where Ami tries to record Dongmi confessing about her murder again, but she just fails miserably, and Dongmi instantly catches on and doesn't say anything. Okay, so then we get back into this maid saga. So one of the underling maids tries to call out Hyungi for not washing her glass after using it, and Hyungi's all nice about it, and she's like, oh, sorry, like, my bad. But then Piyung steps in and she tells her, hey, you don't have to do that, like, go on, I got this. So then Piyung proceeds to talk to this maid and basically just puts her in her place. She says, don't make the kids do chores, this is your job, you're supposed to be doing it. If you need to say something to the kids, run it by me or Siyun first. So as this is happening, the head maid lady pulls up and the underling maid is all just salty and humiliated. Piyung 1, maids 0. So throughout this episode, we just see that Ghost Wan is kind of just wandering around everywhere. The first time we see her, she's visiting Ga Bin. Now in this episode, she's hanging out with Ami, eating, and perhaps this is setting up the wedding scene from the season 2 finale where Ami was seen with Sa-hyun. Maybe Ghost Wan will possess her indefinitely, and that'll happen. Later, we see Ghost Wan at the Nushin Ami household. Now she's chilling with Dongmi in bed, and then she also pops in and sits down at the table while Dongmi and Ami are fighting. She's just kind of chilling, probably kind of bored, and I can relate. Ghost Wan really kind of represents my experience watching the show at this point, kind of just wandering around, checking in with these people, kind of bored, kind of not sure where to go or what to do. Okay, so then we get something actually pretty fun. Piyung versus the head maid goes down. Piyung versus Miss Choi. And oh my god, what a mismatch, guys. What a mismatch. So the head maid starts by asking Piyung to sit down, and she starts saying that all the maids want a raise due to the increased workload of having new people in the house. And Piyung just proceeds to completely obliterate her very efficiently, and it's just a complete massacre. One of the other maids even comes in during this conversation, and she just looks at the head maid like, damn, you're getting your ass kicked. So yeah, Piyung just completely flattens her, and after this complete humiliation, the head maid is still not done. She hasn't given up. We see her after talking to the other maids, and they make this new plan that we're all gonna resign at once. They won't be able to handle all the work without us, so they'll be forced to beg us to stay, and then we'll get big raises. I don't have to be a genius or a psychic to predict that that's not gonna go well. Okay, then we get this really ugly fight scene with Hae-ryung and Sa-hyun. They really go at it. So he gets her a purse, I guess as a gift to make her feel better, try to cheer her up. She doesn't like it. She gets mad. He gets mad. They fight. She goes to pack her bags because she wants to leave. He tries to stop her. She slaps him. Meanwhile, the parents are just listening in from outside the door. So Hae-ryung packs her bag and goes to leave, but then the parents kind of stop her and try to calm her down. And she tells them that Sa-hyun was about to hit her, even though she was the one that actually hit him. So Sa-hyun comes out, and the parents just try to calm things down and get Hae-ryung to stay, and she finally does sit down on the couch, and then while they're talking with Sa-hyun, Hae-ryung just kind of passes out, and she's just lying there, and they have to call an ambulance, and yeah, it's just all around bad. Oh, also, we do get confirmation Seon is, in fact, pregnant for sure. And she does seem to have kind of mixed feelings about this. Obviously, she could be worried whether or not this would be a successful pregnancy. There's a scene with Pyoung telling Ji-ah about having another baby and her having a sibling. And of course, it just so happened that Ji-ah was just saying before this that, oh, I wish I had another sibling. So of course, she takes the news well, and it's all good. Okay, so then we get Hye-ryung waking up in the hospital, and she's talking with Seo-hyun's mom, and she seems more calm now and just looks kind of sad and depressed. And she says she's got a bad feeling about what's to come. And then a nurse comes in and tells her they're going to do some more tests on her. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, guys. But at this point, it's like, if they kill Hye-ryung, I don't even know how mad I'll be. I mean, they've been slowly killing her character off this entire season anyways. I mean, might as well finish the job. Obviously, I hope they don't. On a more positive note, maybe this whole arc of hers going through all this struggle is meant to build her character. Like, I guess maybe they're going for, oh, she's going to go through all this and this is going to humble her. And then it sets her up to be a better woman as she ages. Just a possible positive spin on what this could all be for. Okay, so then we go back to the clown parade. So the maids all carry out their plan to quit, and of course it just goes to shit. They all stand in a line together and announce to Pyoung and Seon, "We're quitting!" And Pyoung's just like, okay. And then the maids are like, fuck. And it was at this moment they knew. They fucked up. And the other maids just look at the head maid like, what the fuck is happening? You said this was gonna work. So the two underling maids try to immediately backpedal desperately, but it just doesn't work. And Pyoung and Seon are like, yeah, we won't stop you. Pack your shit and head out. See you. And then afterwards, they talk to the Miss Choi, the head maid, and kind of turn on her and blame her. You forced us into this. You convinced us to do this. And then they just all fucking leave, and they're literally just walking out the door. And then while they're leaving, they cross paths with Ram, who's entering into the house, and he just looks at them and is like, the fuck is this shit? So yeah, these maids, this whole maid saga pretty much got dealt with in one episode. Now, does this mean if there's a season 4, they could be back in some way? Maybe. Okay, then another pretty major thing, Dong-mi finally cracks in front of Nu Shin. All this time, Ami has been trying to tell him about Dong-mi and the murder and her confessing and her kind of going crazy. And Dr. Shin, who's supposed to be the fucking psychologist expert, he didn't see it, didn't believe it, and now he's finally seeing it with his own eyes. And Dong-mi is really going off the deep end, guys. She's completely lost it at this point. She describes how she let Dr. Shin die in front of her, and then also starts doing her evil laughing / crying in front of Nu Shin and Ami. And it's just really sad at this point. And Nu Shin is obviously horrified and finally sees what he was blind to before. So then we're pretty much at the end of the episode, but we do see Mr. So sitting alone, and then Ghost Wan sits down with him and then follows him home, gets in his car. We're almost done with the episode, but of course we gotta see those Grim Reapers, right? So the Grim Reapers show up outside the So household, and then they kind of just appear on the couch inside right when Song-wan is coming in with Mr. So, and they kind of just stare her down, and Song-wan's like, oh shit, and then that's it, the episode is over. But wow, the preview for the final episode looks completely insane. Some fucking Junji Ito shit with those spinning vortex head dudes, and it's not clear who those Grim Reapers have come for. Is it Song-wan? Is it possibly Mr. So? Is it something to do with Seon's baby? Is it Dong-ma who bought that dream from Mr. So earlier? Oh, sorry, Mr. So had a dream about a snake coming out of a golf hole. The T? Oh, fuck, I know nothing about golf, but comes out of the hole where the ball goes in, snake comes out, he had the dream, so it was like a bad dream, so then Dong-ma buys it from him. I don't know. But anyways, let's just get right into the final episode, guys. It looks absolutely off the walls. Okay, let's do this. Episode 16, the finale. So we start off with Mr. So confronting Papa So about favoring Pyoung over Seon and giving her all the attention. He's not happy about it. This forces Papa So to tell Mr. So about the fact that Pyoung is pregnant, and that's why he's giving her special treatment. Mr. So is like, oh, okay. Got it. Understandable. Have a good day. Okay, so then we get the follow-up scene with Ami and Nu Shin talking about Dongmi, and Ami is like, well, now do you believe me? And Nu Shin is still kind of in denial. He thinks, oh, well, Dongmi is going crazy, and she's just imagining that she did that. There's no way she could have deceived me all these years. And Ami is like, wake up and smell the dong chimney, bruh. Like, she's a murderer. She's psychotic. So then Ami basically gives Nu Shin an ultimatum. Take Dongmi to the hospital, have her admitted, or I'm leaving. I'm not doing this anymore. So it's going down. Nu Shin then tries to confront Dongmi, but he doesn't get much out of her. She's just kind of being mean and nasty, and Nu Shin is just a wreck. Dongmi's like, stop being a little bitch. You're acting like a little bitch right now. Anyways, she goes and locks herself in her room, and that's all for now, folks. Okay, so back to the Grim Reapers and Ghost Wan. So they tell her they are here to take somebody, but I guess not for a month. So they're just gonna chill and hang out for a month, I guess. God damn it. And Song Wan tries to find out who it is. She's doing it for us guys. She's trying to find out for the homies, but they don't tell her shit. Anyways, back to Dongmi. So Nu Shin and Ami unlock the door to her room and go in, and Nu Shin asks her to put on her coat, but she's like, no. And then Ami tries to go over and help her with getting on her coat, but Dongmi just attacks her. And this is like the last episode here, and I don't think we're gonna see Ami get any kind of real karma, but I'll take this. Like, I'll take Dongmi attacking her and knocking her on the ground and throwing a couple inanimate objects at her. I'll take it. So they finally give up and then instead just call the hospital, get these like team dad bod guys to come and get her. I don't know. I was just expecting them to be in like white suits and these cool uniforms, but they just show up like regular dressed dudes. And so Dongmi just goes completely nuts and fights them and tries to escape, and they have to restrain her, and then they take her away screaming and crying. And she's just, yeah, she's completely gone, guys. She's just completely cracked. And also, I don't care what anyone says. The actress who plays Dongmi, the new actress in this season, she really went in and did her thing in these final episodes. The road to insanity here, that whole arc, I think she did really well. And I know you guys are like, oh, the original one was all sexy. She was sexy, and this woman isn't. I don't care about that, all right? She did a good job. At least that's what I thought, all right? So, also, I did hate how they focused on Ami's reaction to this whole scene rather than Nu Shin's. Why? This was Nu Shin's moment. This is his stepmom that he had this bond with. However sick that bond was, they have this history. It means so much that this is happening right now in front of him. And for some reason, we're focusing on Ami and her crying. Who the fuck cares what she thinks? So yeah, they take her away and she's going to the funny farm, guys. It's over. Okay, so meanwhile, the Grim Reapers and Song Wan are just like chilling at the So household. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but they do say some interesting things about being a ghost and reincarnating and how they became Reapers in the first place. And I don't know, it's just funny how they're just chilling there for a lot of the episode, just vibing. All right, then there's a scene where Seeun basically guesses that Pyeong is pregnant and Pyeong confirms it, and they're all happy. So that's good. Seeun also tells Pyeong that she's pregnant, and then Pyeong is all happy for her, and Seeun says she's going to tell Mr. So after she goes to the OBGYN next week. Okay, so then we get this very short but very weird scene. Hae-ryung comes in the living room and sees Seo-hyun talking with Ah-mi, of all people, and they're just chatting, having a great time. And then we cut, and it's actually just Seo-hyun alone. Hae-ryung then confronts Seo-hyun about Ah-mi and asks what's their relationship. And obviously Seo-hyun doesn't know what she's talking about, and he's like, what? So I'm not 100% sure, but this seemed to me to suggest that Hae-ryung might have some kind of powers, premonition, like powers, and maybe this was a result of her being possessed for so long by Song Wan. Maybe some ghost powers have rubbed off on her, so maybe she was able to briefly see into the future a little bit. We know that that's who Seo-hyun is paired with, Ami, in that final wedding scene from season 2, so maybe Hae-ryung might have super ghost powers. Okay, so then Seeun finally tells Mr. So the good news about the baby, and he's all happy, and it's a great scene, but, you know, we're gonna keep it moving here. They also tell Papa So, and he gets all emotional and is all happy, and it's all great, and the Grim Reapers are there too, just chilling, watching, just like us. They tell the kids, and they're happy. Hyungi is obviously a little worried too about Seeun and the pregnancy, but it's understandable. Okay, so then there's this scene with Song Wan, and she's in the car with Mr. So talking to him. Obviously, he can't hear her, her, but she's telling him maybe some Grim Reapers are quacks too. Maybe they mess up also, just like humans, because it's been over a month now and no one has died in the So household and the Grim Reapers have disappeared. So Song-Wan is optimistic that, yeah, maybe they just made a mistake and no one's actually going to die. And as soon as I heard this, I'm like, okay, someone's definitely about to die. Okay, so then we're almost done. And I mean, some stuff has happened, but not anything crazy. But then, yeah, it starts to heat up. So the first thing that happens is that we get confirmation that Hae-ryung is now ghost sensitive and has some kind of powers. She's in the living room with Seo-hyun's parents, and then she all of a sudden asks, who is this kid? And we see that she can see the little ghost kid that we apparently didn't have to check in with for like a couple episodes. I guess he was just chilling in the house. So she can see the kid and she starts talking to him. He doesn't say anything back to her yet, but I'm pretty sure it's what I thought. Like, Hae-ryung now has ghost powers. She can see into the future a little bit, perhaps, with the Seo-hyun and Ah-mi thing, the vision. And now she can also see ghosts if they're around and talk to them. And I don't want to speak too early here, guys, and again, we don't know if there's going to be a season 4, although it looks very much like that's what the plan is. But if Hae-ryung has ghost powers and she's going to be this like ghost superhero fighter, fucking Soul Reaper, Ichigo Bleach shit, if she's going to get these superpowers now, that might make up for everything she had to go through this season. If she emerges and comes into season 4 as this like supernatural fucking superhero with these powers, that's pretty fucking badass. Like, I might be able to forgive the show if that's what's gonna happen. This isn't even her final form, guys. Okay, meanwhile, we see Dong-ma and he's walking in the mall, and out of nowhere, we start to see these two dudes in suits with like swirly things, swirliness where their faces should be, and they come and walk beside him. This is what we saw in the preview. So they follow him around while he goes and shops, and then the swirly dude starts staring intently, and suddenly a tile in the ceiling starts to come loose, and then it finally comes completely off and falls on Dong-ma's head, and he gets hit in the head and he's bleeding and he's completely knocked out. And yeah, they rush him to the hospital. Okay, so obviously, holy shit, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck, is Dong-ma gonna die? But while this is going on, we also get this quick scene of the ghost kid, and now he is talking, but he's talking not with Hae-ryung, but Seo-hyun's mom. What the fuck? Can she talk to ghosts too? What is going on here? Anyways, we're also queuing up the baby born while someone else dies, life-death exchange motif with Pi-young in the middle of giving birth. So that's all fired up and ready to go. But then, as the ambulance is driving, while it's driving, Dong-ma wakes up, his eyes open, and he sits up in the ambulance, and he can see the swirly guys, who are now, I guess, just the blurred guys, and he asks who they are. They don't answer. I'm not sure what this means, but I don't think this means that he's necessarily alive. It might mean like he's hanging between life and death right now, because none of the guys in the ambulance, like the medical team or whatever, none of them react in any way. Obviously they would, right? If the dude that just got knocked out suddenly got up and was okay, or seemed to be. The other thing is he can see those Grim Reapers or other guys, swirly guys, whatever they are, he can see them. So I'm thinking that means he's kind of like on the plane in between, neither dead or alive, really. He's just hovering in between. So it does, I think, leave it open to maybe he's going to survive, but maybe he's going to die. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. That's it for this season. That's how it fucking ends. What a way to end the season and potentially the show. So real quick, yeah, this season was pretty bad, in my opinion. It wasn't written very well. It was all over the place. I feel like there was so much of the season that was just the writers not quite deciding if they were just going to completely go off the deep end with all the ghost shit and the ridiculousness, or if they wanted to still keep it semi-serious and have some kind of commentary on infidelity and love, marriage, and divorce. If we're going to have a crazy ghost show, let's have the crazy ghost show. Let's go all in on that. And it seems like that's what they're about to do now at the the end of this season. But they were still like trying to flirt with the other part, which was what it used to be, which is a semi-serious show, a show with actual social commentary and serious topics that seriously looked at those topics in a realistic way. I think at the end of this season here, we've kind of confirmed that the show is like, all right, you know what? We're just going all in with this fucking ghost thing. Let's just do it. And that's fine with me. I'm down for the whole ghost show thing, but let's just be honest and upfront about what it is. Let's rename the show Ghosts featuring Grim Reapers and adulterers, or I don't know, something like that. Look, the whole Hye-Young thing where everybody gets to be happy except for her, if she's gonna turn into a superhero, like I said, then I'm gonna be happy with that, because that's fucking awesome. That's badass. Hye-Young's gonna get her Zanpakuto next season. Okay, anyways, guys, once again, thank you all so much for watching this show along with me. I hope you've had a blast just like me. If there is gonna be a season 4, when I find out, I'll post about it and we'll talk about it then. I am gonna take a break for a while from doing weekly videos, but yeah, of course, I'll always keep my eye out for a season 4 and the possibility of it happening. What did you guys think about this season? What did you guys think about this finale? What did you think about the season as a whole? What did you think about the show as a whole so far? Definitely let me know what you think in the comments. Everyone's gonna have different opinions. Let's be respectful of everyone else's opinions and just have a good time discussing it. And yeah, I'm TwoTenEast, and I'll see you all next time.